Hey, Cherie Taylor here, your midday diva. And I know everybody has been saying, okay, ready for Christmas, getting the house ready. Some of you even started in November, around November 1st, when we started the Christmas music, you started decorating your houses. And what goes better with a decorated Christmas house than a Scout Elf? And not only a Scout Elf, your personal Scout Elf from Elf on the Shelf. And I have the lady who is one of the geniuses behind Elf on the Shelf, and they work for Santa Claus. Her name is Chanda Bell. Welcome in. I usually do the Diva's dish, but who better to call a diva? Not in a bad thing. A diva is a good thing around here. I have Chanda, and her name is Chanda Bell, and that's perfect because, like you said, off air, Chanda, like chandelier, and bells are associated with Christmas. And my dear, please tell us who you are associated with.
Well, hi, you guys. Thank you so much for having me. Yes, I am Chanda Bell, and I work for Santa Claus. So I am the author or co-author of the Elf on the Shelf and the Elf Pets brands, and it's our family company, family-owned company. We all work for Santa Claus.
Perfect. What better job than to work for Santa Claus? Let's get straight off the bat.
Yeah, you want the scoop. Okay, I'm in. Go.
I want the scoop. Okay, first of all, the scoop on the elf, and also as it relates to COVID right now, because let's get this straight to begin with. We had a story the other day. People are afraid of Santa Claus coming down everyone's chimneys. What if he's spreading this, that, and the other? Santa doesn't spread this. What about the elves, the Scout Elves that are doing work for like up to 30 days in people's houses? What's going on with that?
Right. Well, thankfully, the elves are magical creatures from the North Pole. So they do not get human sicknesses. The elf on the shelf is perfectly healthy, but they do like to set a good example. So we have seen a few elves in quarantine, but they don't even have to stay 14 days. It's just to remind you that you'll need, to be safe. And to think of others this season, but the elves themselves are perfectly healthy. They cannot spread this pandemic. And so they are excited about coming back to their human families and bringing some Christmas cheer.
Perfect. We are ready for some Christmas cheer because our station, we started on November 1st with the Christmas music, getting everybody in this spirit. And I saw people already decorating their houses. And I know there's kind of a guideline of when the Scout Elves make their appearance.
Right.
What happened if Scout Elves actually came early? Are they really getting the full scoop for Santa?
I believe they are. They are excited about doing their job, listening for Santa Claus, reporting back. But yeah, I think people are just anxious for tradition, for something that feels fun. We're all indoors. The elf brings that element of cheer and excitement. And so yeah, I was one of those early adopters. I had my tree up by like the second week of November this year.
I would have. As I told you off air, I was in the middle of a move and stuff still packed up. So next weekend is going to be the big weekend. Next weekend.
Get it up. Santa Claus is coming to town.
And Cupcake, our elf, he's got to hang out somewhere.
Yes, Cupcake is ready. I've been in touch with the North Pole for you. And Cupcake is very excited about returning, but wants to wait until, the tree is up and they are ready. Like the festivities are ready to happen.
Well, Cupcake gets into a lot of trouble in my house.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, Cupcake can match the personality of their family. So, our elves are a lot of fun. We have Chippy and Snowflake, and sometimes, they just land in a different spot to watch for the day. Other times they might spell us a little message with M&Ms or Skittles or something, but our elves are pretty chill. They've got pretty laid back personalities.
Well, I've got two boys living in this house, so.
And Cupcake's probably got hands full, right?
Cupcake needs the sleep for right now. Rest up, Cupcake, because it is on new house, more flights of stairs to get into, and bigger bedrooms and bigger messes to get into. So
love it.
Cupcake's earning his keep this year.
Yes, exactly.
And I do want to do this while I have you on here briefly. You know something about Raisin Boys. You have a son, and he is in our area, correct?
Yeah, so I have a son who plays football at Furman University. So he is a freshman this year, and Furman's done a super job during the pandemic getting these kids back to school safely. And but yeah, it has been a wild ride, but it sure is fun visiting that area. It's beautiful up there.
Thank you. We're kind of partial to it. We kind of
Yeah, you should be. It's beautiful.
Well, you need to pop into the station next time. Well,
I
after
would love
everything,
that.
yeah, we would
Yeah.
love that too because one of our sister stations is associated with Furman University athletics. So,
Oh, I
guys,
hear you. Let's do it. We'll make it happen.
let's make it happen. Maybe we can talk about what the elves do when they're on vacation, resting up. And
Oh, sure.
let's also discuss some mystery and things that we should remember because every year they're new parents and I've actually had friends of mine that have had children and I will gift them their elf at Christmas.
Oh, that's
So yeah,
great.
I've done that before and it's kind of fun and you have to explain it off the bat because you're like, okay, I know you have a toddler at home, do not let this toddler chew on the elf. let's go
Right.
over
Yeah,
some
exactly.
let's go over some rules and regulations.
Yeah. So, of course, the Elf on the Shelf box set comes with a book. And so it's really important to read the book as a family, and then you give the elf a name. And that's how the elf gets its Christmas magic. And then once the elf has magic, it can fly now and it can go back and forth to the North Pole. And so the elf watches during the day and reports to Santa every night. And in the morning before kids wake up, the elf flies back from the North Pole and lands in a different spot in the house. But there are rules. So you can't touch the elf or its magic might go. That is a tragic situation. There are a few remedies to restore some Christmas magic, but you really don't want to test that. It's very important. Magic's very fragile. And the elf can't talk to kids. He can only listen because they're busy working. So they really can't talk. They would love to, but they can't. They're watching and listening, and they can't do that very well, if they're trying to talk to you. So those are really sort of the guidelines of the Elf on the Shelf universe.
Well, you want to stick to those because, especially this year during everybody being in quarantine and close quarters, you get a little antsy and you try things. My children are trying things. I can tell you that. Trying a lot of things. But we're not going to mess with that elfin magic because I need some of that myself.
Yeah, you don't want to attempt that. Again, Christmas magic's very fragile. So you don't want to ruin that. You want to keep your elves as healthy as possible so they can go back and tell Santa all the great things you've done.
And let's talk about some great things that have happened in your world. Let's talk about Netflix.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. It is such a dream come true. It's crazy because we're still a small business. We have 70 people who all work for Santa Claus. We are all devoted full time. It's all we do all year round, working for Santa Claus, helping families adopt their elf on the shelf and their elf pets, answering questions for Santa. And we do not really fit in sort of all these traditional models, right? We're not a traditional publisher. We have all these other products. We're not a traditional animation studio or, house like that and entertainment house. And so we had met with several and went out and pitched early this year. Just this really our whole universe of the North Pole because there's so many stories we want to tell. And now with Elf Pets, we're really that trusted voice of Santa's North Pole. And so Netflix really saw the vision. And so currently our Elf Pets specials are on Netflix. So if people want to tune in now, they can just search Elf Pets, and we have two of our reindeer and our fox specials on. And then but what Netflix is looking to do is help us to build out our universe and be our entertainment partner. So we're going to do preschool shows and live action television series and movies and films. And so it's really going to be an all encompassing home for our projects and our products. But, I know this doesn't happen for everyone. My sister, mom, and I do not take this for granted. We've spent 15 years of our lives, building this business, but it's still one of those moments where you pinch yourself and you're like, who do I know that has ever gotten a deal like this with Netflix? This is huge. So it's because of our fans for sure. And we look forward to being a place where families can come at Christmas time, get all their questions answered about Santa and the elves and the North Pole, and provide a lot of just really great family friendly entertainment.
Well, it's wonderful. But my mom always said, claim it and it can be yours. And that's what you're doing. You're putting light out into the world. You're sharing a lot of love and joy. And it's the magic of Christmas. And all that joy you're putting out there, it's coming back to you. So you're being blessed with that. So
Thank you so much.
All the homes that you've blessed, you're doing that too. So we appreciate everything that you're doing. We're so excited. And my kids live on Netflix. And when I'm getting all this information together, I'm doing everything, getting it together for my interview. And I'm like, Netflix, yes. So you know what you can do, not to brag, but you can say, I was also working with Netflix just like Harry and Meghan. So yeah, you're like the royals.
I'm on it. Yeah, exactly. I'll throw those names out, right?
Exactly. We hang out together because all the Netflix people like you,
Harry.
George Clooney.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm sure.
Exactly. It's nice to run in those circles.
Yeah,
Maybe
really.
I can.
Yeah, you're somewhere if I start, talking about all of them and their first names, like Harry and I, Meghan and I.
Just popped over, brought the little prince his first elf. So
exactly. I am hoping they are starting. Wouldn't that be fun?
Oh, that would be so fun. I would be curious to know what they named the elf. That would be awesome.
Oh, that would be so fun. If only.
That would be so fun. I wonder let me ask you this. Is it breaking protocol if the elf talks to other people? Because I know it's hush hush when it comes to the royals. And even though they've given up their official royal title, they're still royal.
But you know what? They are still royals, but I'm guessing that elf is talking to Santa Claus just like he would for anyone else. So I don't think anyone gets special treatment when it comes to the reports to Santa.
As it should be. Chanda, I mean it. Next time you're in Greenville, we want to see you in the station.
I would absolutely love it. Yes, I would love it.
Thank you so much. And thank you for bringing joy and light to so many families. And of course, adding to the work that Santa's doing in the world and helping with these Scout Elves. I love them. And Cupcake each and every year, bigger and better things. Cupcake should have his own Instagram by now.
Cupcake sounds like an amazing elf. Yes, indeed.
Amazing. Very amazing.
Thank you guys so much for having me. This is such a treat. And thank you guys for putting the joy of, the holiday season back into the world. Christmas music is definitely a way we all do that, right?
Exactly. Thank you so much, Chanda. Merry Christmas to you. And tell all the Scout Elves and Santa we said hi.
Oh, I will put in a good word. Make sure you guys get on the nice list, okay? I know.
Hoping.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day. Thanks.